Hey everyone, are you interested in an all-steel 12-speed cassette? Well, not too long ago, only SRAM could offer that with SX and NX grupos, but today we have the new Shimano DEORE 12-speed cassette. Let's check it out. This new Shimano DEORE group set is the most versatile mountain biking group set that they offer. The 6100 being a 12-speed grupo. They also have the 5100, which is an 11-speed group set, and they also offer the 4100 as a 10-speed. This is also the first time when new technologies like Hyperglide Plus trickle down to the DEORE level. This cassette exists only in the 10 to 51 tooth format for 510% range. It's made for trail riding and cross country, uses one aluminum spider, and that is identical with the more expensive XT, for instance. But this one also offers a 10 to 45 tooth range cassette, and they also mention Enduro here. SLX and XTR are identical to XT in that regard. I actually have a video covering all the details of the three cassettes I just mentioned. It includes installation and details of the new micro spline Freehub. So what's different with this new, cheaper DEORE cassette? Range is exactly the same, the gear steps are exactly the same. It does use an aluminum spider just like the other ones. It uses the new microspline Freehub body just like the other ones. And just like the XT and XTR, this is made in Japan. You can see that here in the corner next to the part number of this cassette. So all the differences must be in the materials used by the cassette and the way it's built. Cassette is wrapped in this cling wrap, and here it is. And right here next to the XT, you can see how the construction of the two cassettes is very similar. This is that hollowed out spider that they use on both. You can see the rivets that hold the cogs together. SLX, XT, and XTR have some aluminum cogs, 1, 2, or 3. In case of the DEORE, we only have the forged steel sprockets. And that's probably why the branding is nowhere to be seen here on the cogs, but it's here on the spider. You can see CS 6100, 12-speed, made in Japan. And yes, this is Shimano DEORE. Next to the XT from this side, the DEORE definitely looks cheaper. It must be the coating on the steel cogs versus what's used on the XT. This one looks shinier. The lock ring though seems to be made out of aluminum. And if you look carefully at it, you're gonna see the 40 Newton meters that they recommend when tightening this up. As I take this out, you're gonna see the 10 and the 12 tooth cogs that are loose, and the rest of the cassette is installed on that plastic tube. That's a guide for your micro spline. You just line it up properly with this bigger spline and then remove the stop, and you're supposed to be able to just slide the cassette onto the Freehub easily. Again, I have my video showing you exactly how to get this installed. I won't mention it again here. But one thing I'm going to mention is, if you look carefully here, that's a translucent little washer. Make sure you do have that here at the back of your cassette before you install it. Not only the lock ring seems to be the same, but the 10 and the 12 tooth cog seems to be identical as well. That's followed by the 14. Then you have a spacer. In the case of the DEORE, this is made out of probably stainless steel. This is a lighter plasticky one. Then you have the 16 tooth cog that again seems to be identical. That will be followed by a thicker spacer. And the last loose cog is this 18, which again seems to be built identically. So you have 18, 16, 14, 12 and 10 loose cogs, followed by the same 21 to 51 tooth cluster. With only the spacers different between the two cassettes, the weight difference has to come from the use of only steel cogs on the DEORE. It weighs 510 grams versus the 388 grams on the XT. Otherwise, the DEORE is at 596 grams. That is about 20 or 30 grams less than the SRAM NX or SX cassettes. But the advantage of the cheap SRAM cassettes is that they can use this old Shimano Spline Freehub for the DEORE, just like with all the other 12 speeds cassettes from Shimano. You need the micro spline, which is a new Freehub body that may or may not be available for your wheel set. So if you're looking at an upgrade, make sure you check that out first. And finally, chains. SRAM Eagle, Shimano 12 Speed with Hyperglide Plus, they can all use any chain you want, whether it's Shimano, SRAM, or made by third parties. However, for Shimano, if you want to benefit from that Hyperglide Plus, which is the shift from larger cogs to smaller cogs, you have to use their chains. So you're kind of stuck with what they manufacture. As usual, I would recommend buying the most expensive chain you can get. So what do you guys think about these new DEORE cassettes? They are heavier, but a lot cheaper than the XT, SLX, or XTR. Are you by any chance riding SRAM now and you're thinking of going back to Shimano? I would love to hear your comments in the section below. Hope you found this useful, and if you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, keep an eye on social media, and until next time, hope to see you folks on the trails. Cheers guys! Cheers!